Wait a minute.
Hello, everyone. Hope you noticed my purple sneakers. Mr. Bay just did. I like these things. Anyway, welcome to Behind the Mic. It's a little short segment that we have here behind the scenes of the show where we talk behind the mic. My name is Andrew Coates, and today we discussed Nat Turner, and we talked about the new movie coming out, The Birth of a Nation, where it chronicles Nat Turner's life and the slave revolt and things. Now, something that I actually wanted to mention here behind the mic is that I've been going over the movie, and I've been going over reviews of the movie and stuff, and the consensus seems to be that it's actually pretty mixed, surprisingly. Apparently, there's quite a lot of narrative going on here, and the movie isn't exactly 100% fiction, 100% nonfiction. Say like a movie like 12 Years a Slave, where there's a lot of stuff in there that's real, that goes straight off the book, 12 Years a Slave. But apparently with this movie, there's a lot of stuff that the director came up with that didn't actually happen. I'm not quite sure why. I would say probably just to make it watchable. But I was surprised about that. And even still, I'm going to go watch it and support it. But it seems to me that he's trying to make this into a 12 Years a Slave type, where it has a good narrative, a good story that you can follow, but also with a lot of like facts in there.
May I interject and ask you, have you seen the movie?
No.
So how can you make that blatant statement?
No, I'm just guessing here, like from what I can.
Well, that's not fair to, the author, to the executive director, producer.
Oh, of course. I'm not claiming to say anything is true. I'm just saying if I had to take a guess right now, an early preemptive guess before I watch the movie, it's as far as I can tell, it seems like he's perhaps trying to go for that type where it's a good story, good narrative, but also with a lot of facts like twisted in between. And I don't think he needs to do that. No, I think the story of Nat Turner is something that he can make fun, like good to watch and exciting, while truthful at the same time. He didn't need to fabricate. But that's only my first impression. I'm going to watch the movie. Heck, next week I might even discuss the movie a little bit with behind the mic here. Now, another thing I also wanted to talk about that we didn't have time for to talk about during the show was the original, not the original, but the 1915 movie Birth of a Nation that was directed by D.W. Griffith, a legendary person in the
cinema.
In cinema. And even though he was extremely racist, the movie itself is credited as being KKK propaganda, and it's also credited as one of the main reasons why the second generation of the Ku Klux Klan rose up. Sorry. But the film itself, I've seen many people, and even you said, if you ever take a film class, D.W. Griffith and that movie are sure to pop up, because there was a lot of different things that he did at the time, which wasn't really new, but he took the different styles and techniques to use at the time, and he turned it cinematic, really, in a way. He made the modern type of film that we use today. Because before 1915, when there were films, it was mostly shot widescreen and about one scene, similar to a play, because that's what people were used to. Just like one screen with like a play, like the whole movie in like one scene. Could you even imagine that, watching a movie with just one scene? And so he took ideas like that, and he was able to make like a lot of different like jump cuts and edits, and he basically made a movie, and it was very revolutionary.
So he manipulated time and space? No. In the movie, manipulation of time and space is done all the time.
Yes. And while it was used at the time as well, he was one of the first to really make it popular, really commercial. And it was a great movie to like profit on. It was very influential, very profitable. It's considered one of the most important movies of all time. And
but it reinforced the stereotype about African Americans in America, wanting or going after the white woman, and the white male coming to her rescue and basically capturing and assassinating, and it basically led into, it reinforced the lynching of African Americans in this country. Thank God for Ida B. Wells. Did you like the movie Django?
Django Unchained?
Yeah.
I've never seen it myself personally, but from what I can tell, yeah, it does seem like a fun movie to watch. Lots of action. Was that based on any truth? No?
No.
Okay.
Quentin Tarantino.
Well, he's definitely one of my favorite directors. We were just discussing Pulp Fiction. I love that movie.
Oh, okay.
Kill Bill, just all the greats. Reservoir.
Give us a little bit of Samuel L. Jackson, just a little bit.
I swear I could.
The one that we did earlier.
Well, it was from the quote, "The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men."
Okay. Yeah, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, he knows the whole line. He knows the whole quote.
I prefer doing Morgan Freeman's voice. It's a little bit easier for me to do Morgan Freeman. It was back in 1977, living on the prairie in Louisiana.
Okay, cut it.
Georgia.
Cut that. Learning experience for today.
Learning experience for today. Nat Turner, definitely. Surprisingly, a learning experience about film and the film industry. And about, I suppose, just African American history, which is something that everyone should definitely learn. The truth about that and the whole truth.
Okay.
Yes.
And you realize that you need to do what?
Research.
Yeah.
I know.
Questyouthradio, an educational broadcast.
Of course. We're always striving to give you facts, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody that is going through this thing with the hurricane.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We send our prayers out to those who are sick, those who are crooked, need to be straightened. Anyway, that's enough about me. Enough from me.
All right, I think that's about it. Thank you guys for listening. This has been Behind the Mic. Please subscribe to the YouTube. You can find us on our website, the social media. Thank you very much for listening.
I like Django.
Me too.